Good morning, all. Today we are going to learn about botnets, the fuel for cybercrime, botnet, and attack vector. First, we will see introduction of botnet. Botnet is a set of devices such as your personal computer, Internet of Things, mobile devices, which are connected to internet and infected by malware. So here, botnet means set of devices. It could be your computer, Internet of Things, mobile devices which are connected to internet and infected by malware. So these devices permits attacker to control them. They are infected with malware and connected to the internet. That time these devices permit themselves to attack or to control. Attacker can control to these type of devices. So botnet is used by cyber criminals to instigate botnet attacks, which engrosses malicious activities such as unauthorized access, credential leak, DDoS, that is distributed denial of service attack, and data theft. So using botnet attack, this type of crime can be happen, that is unauthorized access to any system, credential leak, DDoS attack, and data theft. Botnet is a generic name given to any collection of compromised species. Hmm? These are a collection of compromised species, and botnet is the name given to them. And it is controlled by attacker remotely. So here we have to think about virtual robot army. So one army is created here, and there is one person, that cyber criminal, who is going to control that army. This is a virtual army. All pieces are spreaded everywhere. It is widespread, and that computer is malware infected. So that attacker can control that computer from anywhere, and it's a virtual robot army. From anywhere he can control that device. So here botnet is a generic name given to any collection of compromised PCs controlled by an attacker remotely. Individual PC that are part of botnet are known as a bot or zombie. There is a movie on this, a zombie. So that is a, uh, you can say that is a botnet. So and their owner may not even know they are being used. Here who are compromised, whose PC is compromised. Maybe though they don't know about their PC is compromised. It is compromised. It is infected PC. They don't know anything about this, and their PC is used for other type of cyber crime. When the crime will happen, after that if there is any means security agency will be there, and they will find out this is the IP, using this IP particular crime is conducted. But the person who is actual owner of that PC, he don't know about the crime also, because he is the victim of this botnet attack. So these are the different types of botnet attack. First is a distributed denial of service attack, DDoS attack. It causes unplanned application downtime. We have not planned this. We don't have. We have not planned this. We don't have kept our application down. Means we are not able to access this particular application. So it is unplanned application. This is because of distributed denial of service. Because of that attack, we are not going to access the service of this application. Then credential stuffing attack, it leaks credential which lead to account takeover. This is the second attack, second type of botnet attack, credential stuffing attack. It leaks credential which lead to account takeover. Means that person will take the control of our account if our credentials are leaked. Web application attack to steal sensitive data. Here, third type of botnet attack is web application attack. Here, they will steal the sensitive data of particular organization, particular user. So these are the types of botnet attacks. How does botnet attack work? Owners of botnet can have access to thousands of computers at the same time. Means who is the actual criminal? Who is going to control all that computer which are compromised? So he is the owner of that computers. So owner of the botnet can have access to thousands of computers at the same time and can control them to carry out malicious or illegal activity. So he will command all these thousands of computers to carry out malicious or illegal activity. Initially, cyber criminals use Trojan viruses to attack security system of computer and gain access to these devices before performing any malicious activity on a large scale. So first, they will target computers through this Trojan virus. They will take control of that computer first. So same way they will take control of thousands of computers. After getting control, they will plan for attack in large scale. These malicious activities can be automated to encourage as many simultaneous attack as possible. Simultaneously now they will perform attack because they have control of thousands of computers. So they can do anything now. So malicious activity can be performed after this, after getting control of all the computers. In some cases, botnet access can be selling to other criminals. Now, one person is there who is having control of thousands of computers. He can sell that control also for other cyber criminals. So that this person, other cyber criminal, will not waste their time to take a control of these thousands of computers. They will ask to this particular criminal only, we want control of this type of computers, thousands of computers, so you can sell that control to us. They will give money for that purpose to that first criminal who got the actual control of these thousands of computers. So here in some cases botnet access can be sold to other cyber criminals. It is known as a zombie network, so that the other criminals can make their own malicious activities using the same network. Understood this part? How does a botnet attack works? First, owner of the botnet means the person who is a criminal. He will take access of thousands of computers at the same time. He can control all that computers at the same time, and after that he can perform malicious activity or illegal activity. So for that reason, they have to first initially they have to attack using Trojan viruses on particular computer security system. After that, they will get the access of, they will get the control of that particular device. Same way, they will get the control of thousands of computers or thousands of devices. And after that, they will use these computers, malicious computers, to attack on other devices. So after this, they told that criminal can sell their botnet access to other criminals, and that criminal can use this access to perform their malicious activity on the network. And these type of criminals are known as a zombie network. This type of botnet selling means here we are going to sell the botnet access to other criminals, and it is also called as a zombie network. Means they are creating network in this type of attack also, botnet attack. Understood this? How does a botnet attack works and what is botnet?
Yes, mom.
Botnet architecture. Malware and spyware are commonly used to spread botnet attacks. Botnet malware is designed to monitor systems and devices for common vulnerabilities that have not been patched in order to infect as many devices as possible. So, using this malware and spyware, they are going to perform botnet attack. They will try to find out the vulnerabilities of the system. If that vulnerabilities are not patched, they can get the control of particular device. They can infect particular device. After that, the criminal will get the control of that device. Once the necessary number of devices has been infected, attacker can use one of the two methods to control the bots. Now your army is ready, virtual army is ready. You know that yes, these are the sufficient devices, I can perform now attack. I can conduct attack. So one of the two methods are there. How they can control the bots. How they can control bot means these infected devices. So which are that method? First is the client server botnet. Client server botnet means one server will be there. Hmm? Here criminal is there and these are the different bots, thousands of bots, clients. He is going to control. He is going to control. One controller is there. He is going to control all the bots. In the classic client server paradigm, a command and control, C and C. Command and control server is set up and automated directives are sent to the infected botnet clients via communication protocol like Internet Replay Chat IRC. So here server is set up, command and control server is set up and he is going to command all the bots or all the client. So this is a client server botnet architecture. Before engaging in any destructive activity or cyber attacks, the bots are frequently programmed to remain dormant and await commands from the CNC server. So before these destructive activities, the bots are frequently programmed. They are frequently programmed to remain dormant, means they will not perform any activity. They will remain dormant only and await commands from the CNC server. So they will take command from this controller only. He is the controller, CNC server. This server will give command to the bot and after that particular activity, malicious activity is going to be performed. So this is the client server botnet architecture. First type of architecture. Second is peer to peer botnet. Means here is no controller is there like client server. Controller is not there in P2P botnet. A peer to peer botnet network is another method of regulating infected bots. How they are going to control. This is the second method, P2B botnet. In the first method, controller will be server. Command and control server will be set up there and using that server, client will get the command. So here they are using different method how they are going to regulate infected bots. A P2P botnet uses a decentralized technique rather than C&C servers. Infected devices may be configured to look for malicious websites. So these devices, all bots, infected device means all bots may be configured to look for malicious websites. In this P2P botnet, all the infected devices may be configured to look for malicious websites or even other botnet devices. Other botnet devices means other malicious devices. They are configured to check all that part only. You have to search this thing only. Which websites are malicious website, which device is malicious device. Only that thing they have to check. For that reason, they have configured some devices. The bot can then exchange a new command. or malware version with one another. So here peer to peer. So to each other, they can exchange commands, new command, other or malware version also. So they will exchange this thing peer to peer. As cyber criminals and hacker organizations try to escape discovery by cybersecurity. So if you are cyber criminal or hacker, you will try to hide yourself from the cybersecurity agents. So these are the vendors and law enforcement agencies. You will try to hide yourself from the cybersecurity vendors as well as law enforcement agencies, which have frequently exploited CNC communication to locate and destroy botnet operations. So as you are going to infect to any device, you are there to infect the devices. Cybersecurity agency is there to patch the devices which are infected. They will identify the devices which are infected and they will try to patch it. They will try to remove the vulnerabilities from that devices. So that is their work. How you, as you are criminal, you will try to infect the devices. They will try to patch the vulnerabilities. That is their work. So this is a second architecture of botnet. First is a C2C command and control or client server botnet, and second one is a P2P botnet. Understood these two architectures of botnet? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Here the same thing is mentioned. This is the boot master, main owner of the attack of this type of attack. Boot master is there, bot master, sorry. Then these are the two architectures which we have seen. Using these two architectures, he is going to attack on the uh, targets. So first architecture is shown here, peer to peer. This is a client server architecture. One client is there and bots are taking commands from this client. And here different bots are configured in such a way that they will share information, they will command to each other, they will upgrade their malware version in such a way that they have configured these bots in the peer to peer architecture. So after this, attacker will use any one of these technique, and this type of attack or malicious activities can be conducted. Spam generation, DDoS attack is there, infect system, phishing. So these are the malicious activity can be performed, and on which they are going to perform target is here. These are the devices. So he is going to find out the device which is vulnerable. After getting control, that device will become a bot. So this is the botnet architecture. Clear? Clear this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now next point of this point only, botnet point, that is a fuel for cybercrime. The technological evolution and its accessibility open up new opportunities and aided many enterprises, but it also carried with it some drawbacks when it came to the communicating with others. Most businesses use the internet to keep track of their finances. They are using internet. Most of the businesses are there. They are using internet for keeping track of their finances, order and maintain inventory, sell their products, communicate with consumers, use social media, and accomplish other tasks. These are the requirement of particular business. Computer hackers can represent a hazard to everyone who uses a devices that is connected to the internet. So here is a hacker who is going to find out the devices which are connected to the internet. He will try to hack that devices to transfer hazardous malware to your computer and damage your security. He will try to do these things. He will transfer malware to computer and damage your security. Cyber criminals generally employ phishing emails, spam emails, or instant messaging and bogus websites. So we have just before these slides we have seen how phishing attack can be conducted. So through this type of email, they will get the sensitive data of, for example, your user ID and password. In clear text, they will get your user ID and password. Means your system is going to compromise there. Your sensitive data is leaked. Means your system is compromised. They will get the control of your system. So how they are getting control? By using this type of attacks. They will send the phishing emails, spam emails, instant messaging will be there, bogus websites are there. So through this type of attack, they will get the sensitive data. They will get the command of your device or command of your account. Then every organization is constantly under attack from a variety of sources. Various sources are there. Using that sources, attacker is going to attack on organization. So they are constantly under attack. No organization is completely protected from being hacked. From the world's largest corporation to social local businesses, to small local businesses. So every organization is under attack. We cannot say that I am safe. If you are using internet, there is a possibility that today you are safe, tomorrow we don't sure about tomorrow. So unfortunately, as the technology advances, the potential of cyber attack rises as well. Cyber criminals often have straightforward motivation. What is the motivation? Cyber criminals' motivation? Money. First, money and information. So these two are the main components that make up the vast majority. These are the motivation for the cyber criminals. They want first, they want money. Second, information. However, a closer examination finds that money is not the main motivation for cybercrime. Financial gain is a powerful drive, but certainly not the only one. So, second component is information. So, if money is not there, money is not the prime motivation, then second motivation is second means this is the prime information now. Then information. What information particular organization is using? That information is the prime motivation for the cybercrime now. They are going to hack your system for information only. Money is the secondary component now. They want money as well, but information is the prime motive. They want to get your sensitive information. Let's have a look at the key reason why cyber criminals perform these type of crimes. First is the money. We have seen that component. Many types of cyber crimes such as ransomware, phishing and data theft are motivated by monetary gain. So these are the cyber crimes are these are motivated by monetary gain. Extorting money from victims directly, whether individuals or through an organization, is the financial gain associated with this form of cybercrime. If motivation is money, so these are the attacks. Hackers employ ransomware, a sort of malicious software, to prevent users from accessing their own or company's data. So here ransomware is employed there. So you are the main owner of your data or your company's data. Still you are not able to access your personal things. So hacker is going to employ ransomware attack over there. So to access your data, you need to pay some monies to these hackers. So ransomware can penetrate a network in a number of methods. The most common of which is through a download from a spam email attachment. So using this ransomware attack can be conducted. Spam folder attachment, email attachment. If you download some ransomware attack will be there. That often known as for such type of mail, often known as a phishing email. Ransomware malware then target the system as a result of download. After downloaded that ransomware malware into your system, automatically means you are giving your system control to somebody else. Once that hacker has got the system control, he will not allow you to access your data. So first motive is the money. Then second, there are different reasons they are going to tell. First is the first reason why criminal performs this type of crime. First is the money. Second reason is government. Cybercrime is becoming increasingly popular as a technique for achieving political objectives also. Hacking or shutting down a country's power supply, manipulating elections, or distributing ransomware are all examples of this. Although they are not the immediate objective, these actions constitute a threat to all organizations. Public administration, defense, energy, and utilities are common targets with the goal of gaining information or disrupting or damaging operations. So this is the second key reason why cyber criminals perform these type of crimes. Then competition, third reason. Organizations utilize hackers. One organization will utilize hacker to evaluate their own security. This is first reason they will evaluate their own security. But they are also used for corporate espionage. Espionage means spying on a regular basis. These hackers are attempting to bring down their biggest competitor because they are financially incentivized to do so. Some of these attacks are aimed at preventing competitors from taking part in important events. So they are here preventing competitors to take part in important events. While others aim is to shut down internet enterprises for months at a time. The goal of this type of attack is to cause havoc or attract customers away from the competitor's establishment. So this is the third key reason, competition. Why cyber criminal perform this type of attack? Competitors are there, organization competitor. First they will check their own security and they will try to prevent other organization to part in the competition. So many type of attack will be there. Because of that attack, the organization is not going to part to the competition. Then cyber warfare. The use of digital attacks such as computer viruses and hacking by one government to impair the computer system of another is known as cyber warfare. One government is using digital attack to attack on other government. That is known as a cyber warfare. The primary motivation for this is cause harm, death, and devastation. Cyber warfare comes in a variety of forms, but they all include the destabilization or destruction of vital system. The goal is to weaken the target country's key system. So here we are going to target the one country's government, country's government going to target to other country's government. That is called as a cyber warfare. So these are the reasons, key reasons. First is the money, then government, then competition, then cyber warfare. Clear? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, however, there are a number of other factors that contribute to cybercrime, such as an insufficient framework of cyber law. The use of crypto money for trade, active media for negative publicity, and the lack of concept of cyber insurance, etc. Unawareness of cybercrime and its connected activities or consequences is one of the major fuel for cybercrime. So, major fuel for cybercrime is unawareness. That's why awareness is important. This is a type of cybercrime. You don't have to leak your sensitive information. You don't have to give your OTP to somebody else if anybody is asking you through mobile. So that type of awareness is required. So unawareness of cybercrime and its connected activities or consequences is one of the major fuel for cybercrime. Even though they are extortion victims, people are afraid to file a complaint because of their fear. In fact, it has been noted that the victim prefer to penalize rather than focus on cybercrime prevention. So they are ready to penalize, but they are not going to complain against particular crime, cybercrime. They are not trying to prevent such type of crime. It's obvious that the majority of hackers are motivated by monetary gain. However, recent research has proven that there are other motivations for cybercrime. Whatever their reasons, cybercriminal strategies are becoming more sophisticated and the number of attacks looks to be increasing. Understanding attacker motivations allows us to develop a profile of who these attackers are and what they are targeting. Social engineering can be quite devastating, but the best way to prevent attack on your people and your business is to establish security awareness training and combine it with the strong technological defenses. Today we are looking each and every means daily we are getting such messages about cybercrime. Means they are as technology advances is there, crime is also going to be increased. So how we can avoid? We cannot avoid. We have to be aware about that. Awareness is more important. If you are not aware of particular thing, there is a possibility of crime. Means who is major who is involved in this? If attacker is there, he is talented, no doubt in that. He is always try to fool you, but who is going to fool? We. If we are leaking our data, then and then only he is going to hack our system. So our awareness is important. As a normal or as a common user, awareness is important. So security awareness training is most important. If you want to stop cybercrime, you cannot 100% stop it, but if there is awareness, you will try to minimize it. Then attack vector. The cyber attack vector is a set of tools and tactics used by adversary to hack or infiltrate an entire network or system. So this attack vector is a set of tools. They are using tools. Why they are using? To attack on your network, attack on your system. Hackers can use attack vectors to take advantage of system flaws. Flaws means vulnerabilities, weaknesses of your system, including human factor. This is the major factor, weak factor. The number of cyber attack vectors discovered is growing every day. Every day it is growing. Compromised credential, weak and stolen credential, malicious insiders, configuration issue, phishing, missing or insufficient encryption, and so on are among the items on the list. If you check in each and everything, who is involved, person is involved. If compromised credential means that person is going to leak your credential, their credential. Weak and stolen credential. He has set such a type of credential. It is weak. Because of brute force attack, they will get such type of passwords. Stolen credential, you have kept your credential in your file. For example, you have noted it down in the diary and that is lost. Every credential will be in the hacker's hand, in the criminal's hand. Malicious insider, insider person is there. Configuration issues, who is going to configure system? The person. Phishing, who is going to attack on your system? The person is there. And who is going to fool? Who is the victim? The person is there. Missing or insufficient encryption, so person is going to set all this configuration part. Encryption is not there. So remember that person is very important thing. We have to aware that part. We have to create awareness into human factor only. The major factor of cybercrime is human. The most basic system security starts with a strong username and password. That's why always on the website also they are making it compulsory. You have to use small character, capital character, numbers will be there, and symbols will be there. So you have to make the password in a such a way that it will become strong. Minimum 8 characters will be there. So in this way they are making your password strong. Compromised credentials are an attack vector. This is the attack vector, compromised credential, in which username and password are easily exposed for unauthorized system access. So your details are compromised means you are giving your controls to somebody else. They are accessing your system, but whether that person is authorized person, no. That's why it is unauthorized system access. This usually occurs when an insider or an unknowing third party intervenes. When this happens, person is there. If these persons are involved, then and then only this type of activities are going to conducted, malicious activity. This malicious insider has the potential to expose the organization's important information and the network, causing significant damage. So this person only knows what are the weaknesses of my system, and he is telling that weaknesses to third party. So that's why this type of attack can possible. However, by maintaining appropriate password strength, this type of cyber attack vector can be avoided. To avoid such an attack, the Google system employs two-factor authentication. So now OTP will be there after user ID and password. You will get the OTP on your personal mobile number. Means if somebody else, unauthorized person trying to access your system, you will get the OTP. Because of that OTP, you will come to know that yes, somebody else is going to access my system. So for that reason, they have started this two-factor authentication. Then attack vector methodology, the general process for exploiting attack vectors. What is the general process? The hackers choose a system to breach or exploit as their target. So here hacker will choose which system he has to hack. He will choose the system to breach or exploit as their target. First process. Then second is the sniffing. Emails, malware, and social engineering are example of data collection. So I know this is my target. So I will try all these things on that particular target to get the sensitive information. And observation tactics used by hackers to learn more about their target. So now I know that my target is this. After that, I will try all the possible attack on the target to get the sensitive data. Next, hackers utilize this data to determine the most effective attack vector and then design tools to exploit it. Now, using this, I have received various information. So, I will find out which is the most effective method, which is the most useful data. So if I got user ID and password, so that attack vector I will use. That is my attack vector. So if I got user ID and password and if that is effective, so I will use that and then design tool to exploit. I will design my tool to exploit the particular target. Then hacker use the tool they design to defeat the security system. Then install malicious software application. Once I got the control of that particular target, I will install malicious software application or Trojan virus. So using that virus, I have all the controls of that target. So here, because of this tool, I will use this tool and uh, get control or get access into the system, and after that I will install some malicious software application, and because of this software application I will get each and every detail about this target, what he is doing, every detail you will get. Hackers start monitoring the network, collecting personal and financial information, or infecting computers and other endpoint devices with malware bot. Here I have installed this malware application, means now this device become bot, malware bot. So now I will use this bot, malware bot, for infect other devices, because the this is the target, and maybe friends are there, this target have their close friends, family friends are there, family is there, so they are going to believe on this target. If he is sending some data, so they will think that yes, this is my friend, this is my friend computer. If he has sent this data, means it is right, he will accept his invitation. Actually he has not sent, he don't know anything, who somebody else is going to control, he will send some detail to the person and send money to me, this is my requirement, and he will send some other detail, account detail. So such a way they are going to target other devices. If this is the bot, using this bot I will try to infect other devices. So this is the methodology, attack vector methodology. Understood this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So IT firms must develop rules and procedure that prevent hackers from gaining helpful information about IT security vulnerabilities. We have to hide our vulnerabilities from others. If these vulnerabilities are leaked, hackers are going to attack on your system. In real life also, if our weakness, if you told our weakness to somebody else, they will try to attack on our weakness only, attack on you on the basis of that weakness only. They will try to exploit that weakness in front of anybody. So try to hide vulnerabilities. If there are vulnerabilities, try to patch it. If not able to patch it, try to hide it. So for why we are going to hide this? To protect potential attack vectors from exploitation by hackers. So this is about botnet. So if you can check it again, if there is any doubt in this point, you can ask me. Yes. Sixth point of this chapter, botnet, then fuel for cybercrime, botnet and attack vector. So this point we have covered under this point. Is there any doubt? You can ask me. Everyone, unmute yourself. Is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Clear? Okay. Okay, then we will stop here only.